Just in the last couple of months, I've been talking a lot about the general push for cryptocurrency regulation. This is because, especially in 2025, the subject is getting really heated, but a lot of people don't know how far ahead of the curve XRP really is when it comes to legal clarity for crypto, and what that means for more than just the adoption cycle of XRP, but for this whole space, because you need to know that clear rules bring in the big money and players. They're here right now, waiting quietly until we have regulations. They're going to blow this thing out of the water in a big way that will shock and amaze everyone. Okay, now sit back and take it easy. Hi, and welcome to the group, everyone. My name is Nick. If you're new to the channel, like the brother in this video, you should subscribe. Let us look at this piece from January of this year from the World Economic Forum. It's called, "Is the Cryptocurrency Era About to Begin?" 5 experts talk about what they think the future of digital money will be like. Now, there are 3 main points to this. First, Donald Trump's support for crypto is likely to lead to new rules in the US, which could make other major economies do the same. What should this rule look like, and can it help digital currency reach some of its possible benefits? 5 experts talked in details about these issues in crypto at a session called Crossroads at the 2025 World Economic Forum meeting in Davos. First, the support for crypto is likely to lead to new rules in the US, which could make other major economies do the same. This is taking place now. We actually got confirmation of this from the UK on the 29th when they released draft rules for the crypto business. Besides that, though, they talked about working together more with the US. Rachel Reeves, the UK's finance minister, announced plans for a full set of rules for crypto assets on Tuesday. The UK is all set. Everyone is ready to deal with the crypto market, accept the technology behind it, and then use that technology to get the benefits of it. The UK's government put out draft rules that would regulate crypto exchanges, dealers, and agents. Reeves said that the UK and the US are going to work together more on regulations to help more responsible people use digital assets. As I thought it would be. The US has now sped up the progress being made around the world on crypto law. During the next 12 to 24 months, every country will do the same things that the US is doing right now. A lot of Asian countries are already on board, along with the UK. The EU was already on board, and now the UAE is too. We pay close attention to what's going on in the world. Cryptocurrency rules are starting to get stricter. This takes me back to the year 2022. I remember that everyone around FTX and Luna was talking about what crypto will do next. What can we do if this is happening right now? What regulations need to be clear? For some reason, it became even bigger at that time. In fact, exchange rules were one of the most important things. We need to see proof from exchanges that they will back up their funds. In addition to stablecoin rules becoming more important because of Luna, that's what changed from FTX. And, it just sped up after 2022. People pay attention to and don't waste these big events like when FTX disappeared or when Luna disappeared. Major events are used as examples of why we need certain things like rules and laws. This is something I said even when FTX fell apart. Though since Ripple is the star of the show and is hosting the event, you can already kind of see how it all fits together, right? How the clear rules and influx of big investors will help certain groups the most. Besides that, Ripple has been getting ready since April 2024. MiCA and European rules on digital assets are making it easier for institutions to use them. Even in this, they talked about how this would, unlock the institutional side of these markets and speed up usage at the institutional level. Also, on February 25th of this year, we'll talk about business DeFi on the XRP ledger, what's live and what's coming up. What's crazy is that they just recently talked about what is needed for these public chains to have growth at the institutional level. The XRP ledger is being worked on in a number of ways this year in order to make it easier for institutions to accept and use. This includes using it through DeFi. Ripple has been getting ready for this. They have been waiting for, clear rules from the government. They want to win this case for a long time to not only speed up institutional DeFi on the XRP ledger, but also bring institutional DeFi to the ledger through deals like their purchase of Hidden Road, which was one of the biggest in the digital asset space. There are even secret ways to move post-trade action across the XRP ledger, which shows that it could be the best blockchain for institutional decentralized finance. That's right, Ripple is chess right now. Also, in January of this year, Ripple released an insight with crypto estimates for 2025 from the company's leaders. This paper tells us about how institutions have stepped up their use of blockchain technology. A lot of big companies have already started to use blockchain and cryptocurrency in specific projects. The Ripple team thinks that these programs will pick up speed across many areas in 2025. The market's need for better connection and more efficient operations will lead more institutions to use blockchain. Now that there is new institutional-grade blockchain infrastructure and compliance tools, big companies can safely use blockchain to get these benefits and even make more money through fractionalization, which can make RWA tokenized assets easier for more people to access. When we really look at what's going on, I said that all of Ripple's most important people, including the company's president, Monica Long, are now talking about how tokenization and DeFi will change things, and it will be used by institutions. You can find the schools here. This information will be taken in and used by them in a big way. Think about tokenization. To see what's crazy about all of this, right? A lot of big names are already on board. You read that right. Deutsche Bank, HSBC, UBS, Standard Chartered, and even State Street will have products ready for the market in 2025 by working with crypto-native infrastructure providers. Ripple is an infrastructure-based service, but all of these big banks, the DTCC, BlackRock, State Street, and even Fidelity, are already working on tokenization. This is taking place right now, not later. Also, it's crazy that Ripple just put out the newest cryptocurrency in 1 minute. Ripple's Chloe explains why the SEC dropped its case against the company in March 2025 and where the US is going with SmartCon, and soon there will be rules for smart crypto. Look at this. Please allow me to speed this up a little so that YouTube doesn't stop it. I'm fine. I squished 60 seconds of my life into 6 years. How are you? My name is Stu Alderity, and this is Crypto in a Minute. So why did the SEC give up on its case against Ripple? The real question, in my opinion, is why they brought the case in the first place. There is no longer any case against any crypto company in the US by the SEC. They have also dropped their appeal against Ripple. Why? Since the SEC now agrees with what we've always said, you can't take someone to court for breaking the law without first describing what the law is. And this country has never had clear laws, rules, and policies about crypto. We're going to clean up now. We are leaving the building. We're going to get back to work. We will now work with Congress to get smart crypto regulations in place that protect customers and the market's integrity. That stops bad people from getting in and, most importantly, lets new ideas grow. Of course, when we really think about XRP, everything is clear. It's already been done. We're done with this case. XRP has clear rules behind it from regulators. Also, Ripple is now fully open. The main reason Ripple is starting to buy businesses is because of this. Keep growing, spreading out, and taking over. And this is very good news for XRP right now when institutions are trying to adopt and get involved in a big way. Also, don't forget that we got a big change at the start of April. Stuart Ederati just said on CNBC that the biggest study of crypto ever done in the US points to